Hello there, welcome to We're Crafted in His Image. I'm here today with another round of Coco and Crafts. It has been a little while. I was supposed to do this class in April. However, there were some shipping issues and other things happening and we ended up having to postpone it until May. So here we are. We are going to be using the Irresistible Blooms stamp set. Now you will not find this in our catalogs. This is an online exclusive stamp set. It is now back in stock, so you can get it. But if you ordered the kit from me before, these are what comes in the kit. And it includes your stamp set. And of course, this is Coco and Crafts, so you have to have some chocolate of some kind. And then we have our 4 projects. There is project 1, 2, 3, and then you actually won't have an envelope for project number 4, and I'll explain that as we get to the projects, but you will find a bag with the extra. This kit included 1/4 of a package of the designer series paper that went with this stamp set. So this is the leftover. Some of the pieces have already been cut and put in here, but some of them we'll be cutting out ourselves. So there we have it. Let's go ahead and get started with our very first project, which is, let me move this out of the way. We're actually going to make these 2 cards. We always make 2 cards, and each one, these 2 are slightly different because we are using, as you can see, a full sheet. And by doing it this way, you get 2 cards out of it. The thing is, we're going to pop this up, and there we have, it's a pop-up card. You guys know I love these cards. These are fun, and they're even more fun when the design of the paper actually comes down into the little stopper piece there. So there we go. We're going to go ahead and start this. Now, some of the products on these cards are no longer available. I designed this, like I said, we were supposed to do this last month. So like these dragonfly trinkets are no longer available. I think everything else in this one is available. But there's a couple things in the other projects that are not, but I have them already ordered ahead of time. These were already designed. So we're going to do it. We're going to start out with this. One of your envelopes has your little bits and pieces. Now you will find that there are a few pieces in here that we're not going to use on this particular card. So we do have these, and we do have, there is a ribbon in here. This is actually for your 4th project, so don't lose that. And then we have, there's just some little, there's our little stopper piece, and then this little tag here is also for the 4th project. So I think what I'm going to do is grab my envelope that has, or my little baggie that has these, I'm going to stick them in there so that I have them for later. There we go. Okay, and then there's a baggie with your dragonflies and some of the sequins. So, excuse me, set that aside and let's start assembling. This is actually super easy, but I do have a couple of tips to make it go a little bit easier actually. We're going to start with these pieces here. We don't need these quite yet. Get my adhesive box over. And so if you look at these, I wanted my flowers to be facing towards this little, whatever you would call this piece. So I had them, you can see they're kind of, some are facing one way, some are facing the other way. So this one I'm going to place on this side of my card base, and this one I'm going to place on that side. Now you'll see that they're too long. That's okay. I'll show you what we're going to do with that. All of the measurements for all of these are going to be on the blog. So if you are interested in replicating this, you can check out the link in this description box if you're not already finding this from the blog. And I'm going to place adhesive all the way down both sides. And then I'm actually, this is the bottom section, I'm going to put some adhesive along that bottom as well. I might as well go ahead and put some at the top too, but definitely want to make sure you have some along that bottom piece there. Okay, and then because these are facing this way, I'm going to put mine on this one on this side on the left, and I want to line it up top and the side. And don't push down because you've got adhesive down here. What you want to do now is take one of these little stopper pieces that we have and set that right on there, and you'll see why in a minute when we get to that little green, the soft seafoam piece. There we go. All right, and I'm going to do the same thing on this one. Where's my bottom? There's my bottom there. Put that on. Make sure I've had adhesive down there. And now this one I'm going to put on the right side. And I am not right-handed, or left-handed, so I'm going to do it this way. There we go. And then set this on. Okay, now the reason I did that is because we want this piece to go all the way across there as well. And handling this little tiny bit to put on there is kind of tricky. So it's much easier if I do it now rather than, I do it connected together rather than try to do them separately. So I do have a few little centers here. Sorry, got a phone call from my hubby. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get this on here. Now I did put the sticky tape on the back, the adhesive sheets on the back of these for you. If I can pull the backing off, maybe. There it goes, there it goes. You can see this thing is pretty, it's a little bit delicate, so you want to kind of take it easy. Go slowly, don't pull it apart. Come on. Oh my word. There we go. Definitely did not want to have to be doing this with liquid glue. So adhesive sheets to the rescue. And now I'm going to try and straighten it out a little bit. It is stuck to me. And stick these top pieces along up here. You can stretch them out a little. Get it to let go of my fingers. Whoops. Here. Let's start by doing one side of it. All the way down. There we go. That's easier. And go over to here. And then lay the middle sections. And now I can just come in with my paper snips and separate that, or even use my paper trimmer. Let me grab that really quick. And just run. You can see right where you're going to cut it. There we go. Ta-da! And now they're going to line up perfectly. Easy peasy. Set that over here. And do my other one. Okay. You know what? For time purposes, I could just do one of these for you. I'll finish this one later. Let me go ahead and just assemble this for you. Easy peasy peasy. Grab one of these and one of these. So for this part here, this is your half sheet. It's been scored in the middle, but then it's also been scored in the middle of that. So 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. And I'm going to go ahead and fold. And then this gets folded again. And on the inside, we're going to go ahead and put, you can decide if you want, this is for you to write on. So I'm going to put my adhesive on the side with the stripes. And center. And it's actually centered on those, you know, even border on those 3 edges. There we go. And then on here, you only want adhesive on this panel right here, this little rectangle. You don't want any adhesive on the top. And because this is going to be moved up and down, I definitely want to get some adhesive on there. And then I did find that, actually I usually grab my scoring tool, but I don't have it with me to do. But I like to sometimes stick that in the corner to line it up. But I'm going to just line up, I have it up like this so I can line up the bottom and make sure it's lined up at the bottom and on either side, and then push it down. And then I know it's lined up well. Okay, and then the last thing in your kit, which I don't seem to have it in mine, but I'm pretty sure I put it in yours, you have some adhesive, oh, where'd they go? Here it is. Adhesive sheet, not adhesive, foam adhesive sheet. So it's got a little squishy in there, and it's already been cut. I don't know why I don't have one in my bag. To cut these, if you want to cut this to fit, you can, I'm just going to do about 1/4 inch there. And you're gonna cut on one side and then flip it over into the same on the other side, and then it just peels apart. There we go. That, I'm actually gonna then cut this one in half because it's a little bit small. Where are my scissors? Oh my, found my scissors and managed to knock my drink over all over my desk. So, I'm back. Let's finish up this project. So, because I wanted to kind of spread this out a little bit, I'm just going to go ahead and cut this in half so that I can put a little one on either end. Oh my word. There we go. And just peel the backing off of those. And then I'm going to put this pretty much right at the top. Oh, almost put it the wrong direction. Right at the top there. You can go right at the very top of this edge, or you can just kind of cover it a little bit. I'm just going to cover mine up. It's about half and half. Just making sure it's straight. And now for some decorative pieces. You are going to need some glue for this. I'm going to use, oh, we do need to stamp. We have some stamping to do too. Let me dump these out. Now, some of the little doodads in here are for another project, so you don't need everything. I'm going to pull them all out, but I'll put back the ones that I'm not going to use for this. There we go. And we do want to stamp. I'm actually going to go ahead and cut this in half. I'm going to use my trimmer. Come here, trimmer. How long is this? It is 3.5, so that means we want 1 3/4 inch. Would be, is that right? No. That looks about half there. And in the stamp set, the only thing we're stamping on here is some sentiment. We're going to use the word hello. Oh, this one is not mine. That's a brand new one. Where's mine at? Okay, hello, hello, hello. Get a block. And you could stamp this really with any color you want. I'm going to do it in Memento Black. I have my word upside down here. Now on one of the cards, you want your hello facing that direction. And on the other one, it's going to go the other way. There we go. Easy peasy. Okay. And let's see, this is this one here, so we want this. Save that one for later. And then I used a glue dot for my dragonflies. I actually used 2 glue dots. One on each wing. I should say each set of wings. Here's one. And there's the other. Come on, there we go. Put this little guy up here. Stick him down. That looks good. And then for the dots, of course we need our take your pick tool and fine tip glue pen. So fine tip glue, take your pick tool, and I can see about where I wanted them, so I'm going to go ahead and just drop my glue dots there. My dots of glue, I should say. 1, 2, and tiny one. Pick up, let's see, we went with a big yellow one here. Come on, let go. There we go. We get this piece out. A medium yellow one. here. And then a small pink one. And there we go. That part's finished. Let me put this away. And put our little hello on. And that's super easy. A little adhesive. And there we have it. Finished card. Ta-da! So, there is our first project for this Coco and Crafts. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will be back next Monday with project number 2. And until next time, God's love and blessings to you. Bye!